chat we go. It's Salt Mine. We got Drku versus Joreuz in a best of 3. These guys trying to qualify, and if you're wondering why Joreuz is not playing, then you're just like me, also wondering why Joreuz is not playing. Because Feer, you have admin. Not if I don't make the server, which I did not. Do you need... I can remake it for us. Yeah, I'll remake. How about that? If Drku wants to make it tied, he can let Joreuz score. If Drku's interested in letting Joreuz be in a tie game, he can let him score. Joreuz doesn't want to take it. Drku's going to own goal. All right, there we go. I think that's the best way to do it. The reality is that ball went in. Drku did not want to have an advantage. He decides to own goal, which is completely fine. And now we are back to a start with a few less seconds off the clock. I think it worked out. Drku and Joreuz. We're back to the beginning here. A little bit of a weird start, as Joreuz was playing on very low FPS. I don't know if that was something that happened just when he got into a private match, or if there was no warm-up today. Just feeling confident, but we start again. Best of 3, best of 3. Short series here at the beginning of the qualifiers. And Joreuz is going to get the first, you know, arguably real goal. I think there's a good chance that Drku might have been able to score his wave dash kickoff that started the game, but Joreuz was definitely around the play. He could have touched the ball. You know, would it have led to a Drku goal? Maybe hard to say, but both these guys are going to score both ways. Joreuz is one of the guys who has led the disregarding of the kickoff meta. And right now, a lot of players are willing to do it, but certainly Joreuz does it more than anybody else, I would say. At least from players that I've watched. It's not going to work out this time. Drku able to punish him with just a straight flick. And now Joreuz falling from the ceiling. Early use of the reset. He is just trying to place perfectly into the top shelf. There was maybe a window to score had he squeezed it there. Joreuz, can he slot bottom right? He cannot. And now he's completely on 0, so he's going to have to leave the play. Drku's actually just going to immediately counterattack. Joreuz really can't... Wait! Okay, I thought he actually might have missed it. I'm like, it was super free. He didn't need to put it right in Joreuz's face. But he does connect on it. Joreuz at 0 boost can't really afford to single jump off the wall, or just jump off the wall at all, unless he's putting a really good shot on net, and that was just not good enough. So, Drku with the easy counter. Joreuz right back to the air, this time with a ceiling reset. Not a lot of forward momentum, so he will play it off the bounce and a tap in off the crossbar. This is the level of control that Joreuz brings to the game. When you're so comfortable with the ball, it doesn't matter if your dribble's a little bit short and if your defender's not reacting. Oh my goodness, is that going to be scored? But Joreuz decides not to dive on it. I felt like he could have 50'd it in. He's playing it so patient. Joreuz, does he want to bump here? Yeah, it seems like a bump situation, but he actually couldn't get back around the ball. Trying to cut around Drku. Nice play. He kept that ball within a couple feet of the back wall the entire possession. And he still finds a way to sneak it in. Tone, thank you for the prime. I'm not sure if I thanked you while we were trying to get that game set up. It seems like that's probably when that sub came in. But we've got it set up now, and it's a direct kickoff goal for Joreuz. Joreuz popping the ball. I don't know if that was because of the pre-jump from Drku. Another air dribble. Another pre-jump in defense. Joreuz saving a bit of boost. He's just going to power it into the corner. Try and get another boost advantage against Drku low. If he can keep this ball high and away from the back wall, he could score it. He's doing it in spectacular fashion. What a nice double reset shot. Unfortunately, though, It was high where Drku was prepared on the back wall. Credit to Drku for playing a good defensive possession. Nice snipe. Joreuz notices the bottom left is open. If he can pin it there, and that's what he does. Yo, Just Mike, thank you for the Prime. 20 months of Prime. As Joreuz gets another kickoff goal to make it 7-3. I'm not sure if I got a chance to talk about it, but Joreuz not a part of the first stage of Salt Mine because he was on vacation. He was unable to participate, wasn't in the qualifiers or the main event, so now he's having to work into the tournament the absolute hard way, and it really is the hard way. If anybody's able to make it through this double elim qualifier and then take down the players who already qualified last time in that promo relegation, which will happen tomorrow, they are definitely worthy of being in the Salt Mine. And if there's anybody that can do it, it's Joreuz, but it's not going to be an easy road. Starting off well in the first 3 minutes of his Salt Mine debut. Joreuz falling from the ceiling, able to immediately stop Drku's dribble, but he did well to hold on to a ton of boost to work with. So he tries to get his offense going now. Look to undercut Joreuz. It does work to steal the midfield boost, but not his own back corner. Drku passes it to himself off the back wall. Pinch to the ceiling. Can he accelerate back to it? No. Joreuz gets the steal, and he's going to try and take a long shot. By all means, he should. He's Drku out of position. We up 8-4. Is anyone streaming Flakes? I'm not sure. There might be. Just look through the Rocket League category. Flakes is playing OSM to start. We watched Flakes against Joyo in the last closed qualifier. I decided this time around we could follow Joreuz. Oh, Joreuz just barely missing as it's off the post and out. Drku has the right side of the net available if he could launch a big flick. Decides to instead play a bit slower. Allows Joreuz to get the save. Drku, wall to air dribble. Oh my goodness, launching it to the ceiling as a reset, but never a shot opportunity as Joreuz has the ball for free, and he decides not to shoot it early. I think it actually would have been a goal. Instead, he puts it back on the opposite side of the net, and it's a 9-4 lead for the Dutchman. Joreuz has a lot of success in the Salt Mine in the past. I'm not sure if he played Salt Mine 1. I think he might have been not in the 1 scene yet, but Salt Mine 2, he was the winner, Mr. Joreuz. So he's actually the reigning Salt Mine champ over in North America. That's First Killer. And First Killer defended his reign by winning stage 1. Joreuz wasn't around to defend. Allowed Moxie to take over. Will it be Joreuz is back? It would be such an insane, comeback from all the way in the closed qualifier to take the tournament. But it all starts here in round 1, and he's up 1-0 in the best of 3. Game 2. Joreuz and Drku. A cleaner start this time around, and we'll see if that does better for Drku or not. Joreuz, smooth air dribble, but a soft finish. Actually places it right where Drku is prepared in nets. Drku can't get anything going out of the top of the arena. Joreuz wall dashing his way potentially back to a shot. I think that's what he was trying to do. He was trying to catch back up to the play and see if he can make something happen on 0, but not be able to as he sees Drku prepping up on the side wall. Decides not to take the air dribble out of the corner. I was trying to be patient. Barely used any boost. Didn't like the setup for this dribble. It's a good fake challenge from Drku. He got Joreuz to panic there. That was a big window of opportunity to challenge. That's why Joreuz respected the fake so much. Very well could have just dove on the ball and maybe even won it. So really no choice but to jump from Joreuz. Nice pre-flip back to this save. Actually collects the ball with relative ease despite not having a ton. He needs to flick this to give it a little bit of extra power, and that's exactly what he does. He just sends it directly at Drku, and it doesn't matter because he puts so much extra heat on it. I love this lean back into the flick. I mean, maybe Drku was just trying to be cheeky with his save. Might have been trying to go off the crossbar and then recover quickly instead of just going all in on the save, something that a lot of ones players do. Or it might have just been fast enough that it didn't matter. Why is everyone doing exclamation point commands for every various name? Doesn't make sense. I'm confused. Drku gets his shot saved in and out by Joreuz. Not going to try and snipe the bottom right. Drku would have had the recovery. Instead, launches the ball to the ceiling. And Drku is able to get the follow-up save. What is that? Joreuz just let in a free goal. Deals backflip. And Drku will not get much easier one. All salt mine, I'm sure. Joreuz dunked on the goal line. A little bit too much patience. Drku up 2-1. Where can you watch Drowley's matches? Drowley will not be playing until the promotion. Oh wait, no, you're right. He'd be in the close qualifier. That's a good point. I forgot that he didn't make it to the main event. I didn't see Drowley. I wasn't looking. You can do exclamation point bracket and try and find him. Drku, multiple resets, but low and not very threatening. A lot of good names in this close qualifier on the EU side. Tons of people who could make it in. Joreuz, I think, is rocking the 1 seed, but there are lots and lots of top-tier players. Thank you for the prime, Dill Clinton. Drowley is in the lower half. Okay, apparently Drowley is there. I would expect Drowley to make it. I wonder if Drowley was the 2nd seed. He's probably the 2nd seed. At least I'm trying to imagine who would be 2nd if Joreuz was 1st. Joreuz trying to pin top left. Follow up, maybe ill-advised. Unless he could also pin it top left, but he didn't. He shot it near the center of the net, allowed Drku to get the save. Is a clearing save across the field. Drku, oh no, Joreuz should have had a goal there. And now it's going to allow Drku to potentially take the lead. He has a ceiling reset. He's going to launch a flick, and Joreuz pre-jumps and is able to save it. I think Drku has very fancy setups, but the finishes are all very savable. They need to be adjusted. Whether that means flicking later or getting more power, I mean, placement, all of the above could help make those work. It doesn't matter how many resets you get or how cool the shot is if the finish is lackluster. Joreuz able to steal his own back corner boost. Not bounced up. Drku actually holds on to possession despite not having any boost to work with. Gets a reset on the 100. Is this finish going to be a little bit better? It is! There is a much improved finish from Drku. Instead of taking it out of the air, he threatens the reset the whole way down. Could be taking this early shot. Instead, flips back over and dashes it back into the bottom left. Is that the beginning of a mix-up for Drku? Drku demoing Joreuz in his defensive half. Look at this flick. Even Joreuz gets to give him the nice one. We have not been watching very many replays, but I feel like this one is worth a nice watch back. Smooth flick, 100km/h finish. And a 4-3 lead. Yo, Soccer Reese, thank you for the tier 1 for 5 months. Joreuz playing from behind. Nice ground pinch. You do not want to go to a game 3, as it can be dangerous here in this early qualifier to leave it down to 1 game. You really cannot afford to lose. I'm guessing, without looking back, that anybody who lost in the first round did not qualify. In fact, it wouldn't surprise me if anybody who lost in the first 2 rounds did not end up qualifying. I think you really need to get yourself started off right. Joreuz is on the verge of doing that if he can regain the lead here against Drku, make it a 2-0 sweep. Joreuz reset, drops the ball to Drku. Is he going to turn back on the play? He is. Drku was definitely going to be to the ball either first or at the same time, but not without any boost. Joreuz offered a setup from Drku, who's going to pre-jump, and he was pre-jumping a dribble, but Joreuz did not play it slowly. He just took an immediate shot. I think the plan for Drku was intercept a bit of a slower dribble if Joreuz had gone for a soft first touch, but that's not what he went for. Razier's almost qualified after losing in round 1. Yeah, I mean, almost, though, does not count. But yeah, Razier's, if he were to lose in the early rounds, he's definitely someone I would have had faith in making it back. That's what I'm talking about. Razier's, Drally, Joreuz. There are so many top ones players that have to work through this qualifier. But the first round will be GG's. It's Joreuz who beats Drku 2-0.